I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, yeah, this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough on them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snakes, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to curse an imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Shit that hate, make it to the featherweights. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a ruler. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick break. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gunshot. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he the GOAT, bring him to the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, you get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one West, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die. Skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P for the 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
All jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, this and that for life. I'm on West for life, nigga, this a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara, here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I'll tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive us for forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. This loyalty's a damn sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind field. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like bad pal, but ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. You take that oath, it's a Dundee. They try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times, then it's death do us part. No. So how you feel about this truth I done shown you? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing, ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it. I pity those watching life as it goes by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In Pop Smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, it's all I don't. Either photo, salute my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. Now never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she need me, said she wanna let that love go. So I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So, how you feel about this truth out of show? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people gon' disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Hey, yeah.
Test 1, 2. 2, 2, 2. 2. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call. To be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you, I had your life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success with me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name, now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas. Not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the face. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap. I thank the Lord for the day I was on Lake Street. Pissing in a cup, back and forth to court, found the DC school. I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and that's not really fast. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the
I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand. Gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty, make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jail. Shit, I needed help. But Twan was locked up and the judge put man on the shelf. Had me crying cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie, pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then gotta hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a gangster. Decisions that I made were from the Lord's anger. Praise to him all the time that I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a gangster. Decisions that I made from the Lord's anger. Pray to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster.
Yeah. Kiara. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did it.
First breath I took, a life too surreal. Second breath I took was the pivot and strike, finish the kill. Influenced by might, with every sickness reveal. I won't pay back, fuck a dollar bill. Remain calm as the pressure build. Gotta endure until I let this pump whistle at my foes in memory of Emmett Till. I only live to do my master's will. And shoot BK, motherfucker. Ain't no cowards on this battlefield. Gone and straight, but made great.
Clap it up. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Shalom, this is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, under the commanding General Hana. This is Thursday night, Rio Grande Valley RGV scripture breakdown class. We're definitely living in the last days. Right now, America is, Trump is attacking our Venezuelan brothers and sisters in Venezuela, and they're only doing that because Venezuela didn't accept their policies, their doctrines, and the proposal that they gave to Venezuela. So That's what oppressors do. If you don't dance by their music, they paint you as a bad guy. So they're saying that Venezuela is bringing drugs into the U.S., sending drugs into the U.S. That may be the case, but at the end of the day, we all know that our oppressors do more drugs than anybody else. How many times have they found drugs in the White House? Since Biden was there. I mean, since forever. So we all know who the real drug addict is. But it's at the end of the day, it's all about resources. It's not about drugs. It's about resources, and it's about control. So that's one thing about our oppressors. They know that. They know who were the true slaves, who were the slaves. So they don't want their slaves not to obey, and they don't want the slaves to be rebellious. They want a slave to just obey. And when you don't obey, guess what? They're coming for you. So getting to my first precept, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47. Whoever can. Slocky, go ahead.
Kind of this book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 47. Because thou hast served not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Verse 48.
Hold on right there. So we have not served the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart. Christians don't serve the Lord. They serve the Lord in secret. They're not happy. They're not cheerful. They're not joyful. They only do it for show. The brothers in the ISPK, we serve the Most High with joyfulness and gladness of heart. We don't get paid for what we do. We don't get paid for being priests like they do in the Christian church. Rain, sleet, or snow, we're going to camp on Fridays and Saturdays. Teaching throughout the week. Clothes drives, food drives. We're doing many things. So we're sacrificing ourselves, our time away from our ribs, our family, to give our people a better life, because we're sacrificing, trying to bring the kingdom, trying to teach others to follow, so that America may continue to fall, so our king returns. So people don't understand the sacrifice that we give for our people, so that they can have a better life, so that their family can be better off in due time, which is truth. But nobody looks at it that way. So we love our people. Christ taught us to show brotherhood and sisterhood. Brotherhood and sisterhood is a weapon. With your brother's love, with your sister's love, it makes us a nation of people. It makes us stronger, because during slavery and before slavery and even after, even now today, our oppressors did a good job of separating us as a nation of people, not knowing who we are. But we are the children of the slaves. We are the people of the book. Give me, let me see. My next precept, Zephaniah 2 and 1.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
So we got to gather together as a nation of people. I have friends and family and which are Christians, and they think that, well, I'm just going to sit in my house, I'm just going to talk to God, and I'm going to ask God, what I should do, and I'm just going to wait on the Lord. And I mean, they just lost in the sauce. They don't have a damn clue. And, even though we are the priests and the prophets, and the Most High speaks to us, you can teach a Christian and tell a Christian something, and they'll believe, but they're only They only pick and choose to believe what they want to believe. They're not going to believe this whole book. They're going to only believe certain things in this Bible. That's just how Christians are. So that's, Christianity, like we always say, is a hell of a drug. Give me verse 2.
Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as a chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
A decree is an official order issued by a legal authority. That's issued by the Most High. So we have to start keeping these laws and these statutes and these commandments before judgment comes. We're crying out to the people. We've been crying out to the people since 1969, telling them about the second coming of Christ, and we're getting closer and closer by the day. And still, our people are still doing the same thing. Our people is a stiff-necked, rebellious people. Are we going to continue to teach these classes and bring out this truth in the streets to save our people? This is what Christ did. So we follow Christ. So we're doing this because why? Because Christ done it. I'm going to go into, let me see. I'm going to my first video. Let me see. 1 second. Salaki.
A 5-year-old grandson. They aimed it at a 2-year-old grandson. The only reason why I used a 5-year-old granddaughter is because of her response. But I don't mean any insult. But when you walk a mile in my shoes, tell me what you believe then.
The military bragged on CNN. The state police bragged on CNN about how many people they had killed, they had murdered in the streets of New Orleans. It wasn't even 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They were happy. They were bragging. They were smiling. They said, yeah, we killed 5 of them today. Where were you when CNN was showing that part of what really happened?
We had to hide, Jeff. I didn't leave. We had to hide to save people.
Sure enough.
If we saw the police, I'm talking about them dogs that we used to, NOPD. Our police went and looted Walmarts. It's on film. We have no reason to lie about this. If we're not going to sit here and be honest about the racism that was perpetrated, no sense. Then I have really, truly wasted my time coming here.
And I missed a day's work.
And I really don't want nobody to get confused. At 60, I just don't want to call you the names that we were called. We have documentation. We don't have to sit in this room. I invite all of you to please come to New Orleans. The proof is there.
Was that city, state, and federal? Do you fault all the levels
I
of government?
fault everybody. We were told to leave, go to the interstate, go to the Superdome, go to the convention center. When we stepped outside, guns were pointed on us. I felt like we were being told to go outside in order to be killed. No one's going to tell me it wasn't a race issue. Yes, it was an issue of race.
Was it National Guard or local police, or was it both?
We was treated bad by everybody. I think this was National Guard. I'm not sure, but we didn't get, and I lived across the street from a police substation. I have till yet. For anybody to knock on my door and ask could they do anything to help.
Ms. Thompson, let me also ask, you noted in your testimony that your daughter ended up going to jail through this. You want to give us what did they charge her with at that?
They charged her with, curfew violation. But how we got to New Orleans at 4:30 in the morning. You understand what I'm saying? We couldn't do anything then. We had 5 rooms of furniture to move, and it was 4 females.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ms. Hodges.
I'm sure that race has everything to do with it, as race always has everything to do with the treatment of people of color in America. The fish were evacuated and the people were left to die. The stray animals from the animal shelter, most of whom would have been euphemized, were evacuated 2 days before the storm, and the people were left to die. Buses that could have gotten out people who otherwise could not get out were left to flood, and people were left to die. The military, which has the great capability of moving entire cities, failed to move in and move out the people the way the dogs and the fish had been moved out, and people were left to die, mostly poor, mostly people of color. Race had everything to do with the ethnic cleansing and the massacre of predominantly African-American people being blamed on Hurricane Katrina.
And Ms. Hodges, you fought the state and the local and the federal, all levels?
I fought the President of the United States of America, George W. Bush. I fought Kathleen Babineau Blanco, the governor of the state of Louisiana. I fought Ray C. Nagin, the mayor of the city of New Orleans, all of whom have accepted full responsibility for what has happened to us. Jefferson Parish is where the Causeway concentration camp was housed, where we experienced the Gestapo type oppression as opposed to being rescued. We were 3 minutes away from the airport. They could have taken us to the airport. Those military vehicles could have taken us to any dry, safe city in America. Instead, they dumped us at a dumping ground, sealed us in there, and they backed up all their authority with military M16s.
Yep.
And there were thousands and thousands of people. On the last day we were in there, and let me tell you something, they handpicked the white people to ride out first. Yes, racism was very much involved. They handpicked the white people to ride out first. Every day the crowd got darker and darker and darker until finally there were 95% people of color in that place.
Ms. Hodges, would you be offended if I respectfully asked you not to call the Causeway area a concentration camp?
I'm going to call it what it is. If I put a dress on a pig is still a pig.
Are you familiar with the history?
Yes, sir, I am. And that is the only thing I could compare what we went through to. A concentration. And everybody who was in that place with me, the lady sitting next to me was there. My mother was there. My younger brother was there. My two sisters. We ran into other. That is the point, that they broke up families and dispersed us.
That's right.
And they stood over us with guns and enforced their authority. And yes, they tortured us. And then they use various forms of torture. And yes, I know what a concentration camp is. I'm a college-educated woman, and I love the study of history.
Not a single person was marched into a gas chamber and killed.
They died from abject neglect.
No,
we left body bags behind.
They died from
pregnant women lost their babies.
That's one of the reasons why some of these people wouldn't come out those houses, because you was told to come on the street, and when people came out, people got killed.
Excuse me, Mr. Miller has another minute left.
I should have more time than that, sir.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I respectfully request that you not call it the Causeway concentration camp.
Respectfully, sir.
Excuse me, Mr. Miller's time. You had your time.
My problem with all of this, and I said this in September. I said, nobody is going to believe us. This is an unbelievable story. We talked about this. You know, it's almost like we charge the oppressed for being oppressed. Ask Little Nagin, is he now willing to sit down with the community that he represents, not St. Bernard Parish, not Jefferson Parish, Orleans Parish, and discuss with us, where are we going with the future of New Orleans?
Shalom, Lord Christ. That was a heavy video. A lot of that stuff I didn't really know happened. I'm pretty sure a lot of us didn't know that happened. Which brings me to my next precept. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3.
So like if so one
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3.
God, this book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
So let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And that falling away is now. The man of sin has been revealed. Even the people that's not in the truth, they know who our oppressors are. They know who the man of sin. They know who that person is. Those nation people are now. All nations know that. Our Venezuelan people know that now. Our Native American people have been knowing it a long time ago. We found it out during slavery. So when Hurricane Katrina was here, they did some horrible things to our people. They were shooting them down when they came out of their houses. A lot of people were killed. That wasn't talked about on the news. Salakia, Officer Zakaria, have you heard about that on the news? Did you hear about that? People being shot when they came out of the house?
A lot, sir.
See, so we got to realize the man of sin has been revealed. They put in the news what they want to put in the news. And the oppressor was offended because he was asking her not to say that this was a concentration camp. I mean, what would you call it if it's a place of torture? Some people died. She's saying some women were pregnant and lost their baby because I'm pretty sure they didn't offer the proper medical attention, and they were saying like some women had to strip for them and show their breasts and all that stuff for them to be picked up because everything was flooded. They did some horrible things to our people, some horrible things to our women and our young girls. I'm sure there's some horror stories. Let me see one more. Give me my next precept. 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 13.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ.
So let me get there. 1 second. 11. Okay, Salakia. Give me that again.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ.
So how do they transform themselves into apostles of Christ? They were acting like they were helping our people. They were acting like they were there to help. But they took advantage of our people in that situation because they were vulnerable. The lady said the police, the state police, the National Guard, she said everybody was cruel and mean to them. Everybody. So it was a joint effort. And she said all of them were white. So to me, it sounds like a hate crime. But nobody's going to be charged for it. Give me verse 14.
Verse 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
And Satan himself has transformed himself into an angel of light. Look at the Pope. Pope is nothing but Satan. It's controlled by Satan. Think about it. Maybe a year ago, he came to a Native American reservation and they was kissing his ring, which the Pope is that has nothing to do with our people. He's just a damn Christian, and he's not an ambassador for Christ. So he was over here, performing and putting on a show, making the Native American people thinking that he cares and he's gonna do something to them, do something for them. I mean, what happened to our Native American brothers and sisters? They're not gonna get any. They're not gonna get any salvation until Christ comes back. They're not gonna get anything good until Christ comes back because they still living in hell. They're still on reservations. Some of them don't have running water. Some of them don't have jobs. A lot of them are hooked on drugs and alcohol. And still to this day, 2 or 3 young girls a month, if not more, if not every other month, end up kidnapped and unalived. So our Native American people are still catching hell. It's not getting publicized because they're not our oppressors. So there's a difference. So people can say that they were savages, so they deserve what happened. So it's easier that way. But don't let it be a little blonde hair, blue-eyed oppressor. It'll be something different. Let me see. Next piece. Give me 1 John 3 and 10.
Come. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 10. And this the children of God are manifest, and the children of the devil, whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of God, neither he that loveth not his brother.
Just heavy. Read that again from the top.
Come. It's the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 10. In this the children of God are manifest, and the children of the devil, whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of God, neither he that loveth not his brother.
That's a heavy precept right there. Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of God. All persons pretend to be Christians, pretend to be Jewish, pretend to be so many things. But whoever doeth not righteousness is not of God. They hunt our steps. They persecute us, even in our time of need. I mean, Hurricane Katrina was horrible, and they came to our rescue only to make fun of us, only to make us suffer, only to look down upon us and judge us because we needed them. Took advantage of our people, used us as target practice and everything else. Sexual assaulted our women, children. That's what oppressors do. But again, this wasn't talked about. And that lady was saying that they had guns and they were shooting people down when they would come out of their house. That's the type of beast that we are up under. That is our oppressor. That's his true state. So right now, Trump is president. So how much more do our people need to see that America don't love us? How much more? How much more do we need to see? Let's see. Give me for this message that you heard from the beginning. We should love one another. Give me verse 11. Give me a little bit more meat off that bone.
Come, verse 11. For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another.
That's an actual commandment. So we should love only our people, the children of our people. That's the only people we should love. We don't have to love the other nations. We can get along with the other nations, but we don't have to love them. We don't have to love your oppressor. But it's a commandment to love each other. So even today, when that's something something that's hard to follow, because in the Christian church, a lot of us weren't taught that, not until we got in the truth. We gotta love one another, because we were taught that, to hate somebody that look like you, talk like you, and walk like you. But we can go to work with our oppressors, and they can call us anything and everything, and guess what? We still love them. We still cleave to them, and we still try to be their friend. But if a family member, somebody that looks like you does that, all hell is gonna break loose.
It's like if I may.
Go ahead, Adam.
Now, what's so heavy? What you're saying is the point that we gotta get, is we gotta choose none of their ways. And that's the only way that we can gather together. We tried everything else, and it's gotten us nowhere besides deeper up under the footsteps of our oppressors. So once we choose none of their ways, you feel me, the Most High is gonna actually want to deal with us, because right now he don't want to deal with us. He's dealing with these other nations and letting these other nations be a whipping stick, because we'd rather choose their ways. So you know what I mean? It's just heavy what you're saying. You know what I mean? We got to stop choosing their ways, separate, and gather together. Slocky.
That was heavy, Adam. Yeah, that was heavy. Let me go into my next video. Let me see.
Firefighters going into homes, seeing Black people, seeing Black children, and leaving the Black children to die. That is the confession of a firefighter. Now I'm going to give you the highlight, and then we'll get into the meat of the story. Here it is.
So for context, I drive trucks, and I stop at this Denny's to grab a coffee. And as I'm walking to the bathroom, it's this old guy sitting to the left with about 12 people that's celebrating his 89th birthday. Sat down, ordered some food, so now I'm sitting like across from the guy that's celebrating his birthday. And everybody that basically came to celebrate with him had left, so now it's just him and his wife. So as I get up to go wash my hands, I see him and I give him a smile. I'm like, happy birthday, young man, 89. That's a lot of memory to have. And he said, well, thank you, young man. And he smiled and he kind of just stared at me. So I come back and his wife is gone. She's talking to some other lady that goes to the same church they do. And he sees me, he says, come here, come here, come here. And I said, yes. And he said, there are way too many things that I wish I could forget. And I said, yeah, man, you make it to damn near 100 years old. I'm pretty sure you got a handful of regrets. And he looked at me with the most serious look ever and said, you have no idea. He said, I used to be a firefighter through the 60s and 70s. I said, that's what's up. That's a very commendable job. And he said, yeah, it should be. He said the 60s and 70s was a different time in every way possible. You know that, right? And I'm just like, yeah, no. He said, back in those times, I was a way different man, and who knew that we'd get to the point where we are in society today, and I'd be feeling the way I'm feeling about the decisions that I made back in those times. So right before he took a very long pause, he looked at me and said, back in those times, it was very common for firefighters that looked like me to leave people that looked like you in burning houses and buildings and horrible situations just to say they couldn't get to us.
And that's not even the most chilling part of the confession. Here it is.
He said more times than he'd like to admit, he would hear screaming Black people and children in burning buildings and houses and apartments and stores and cars. And he would literally just pretend he didn't hear it. He said his last time doing it was when he made eye contact with the baby that he deliberately went into a building to save and deliberately didn't. And he said that was the last time he did it, and he quit that year. He said the nightmare still hasn't stopped. He still hasn't forgiven himself, and therapy helps, but it's still a living nightmare to have those memories. When it came to firefighters, I never thought of them like that. Like when it came to like police officers, lawyers, and judges, and everybody else, we knew they didn't give a, especially police officers. But I don't know why that didn't click to me that no, it was everybody that hated us. Everybody had a hand in deliberately making our lives worse. But it is something that I cannot think about for too long, because that visual of you fake going to save somebody and not saving them because of the color of their skin and the entire 911 understanding, because, oh yeah, you couldn't get Jamal. Oh well, just another one gone. Like,
So they don't understand the oppressor we serve. Everybody played. I mean, for the fire department, the police department, the military, all of them, even civilians had a hand in our deaths, a hand in our oppression, our pain, and our suffering. He acted like he was surprised to hear what he heard. But we know we wasn't surprised to hear what we heard. Give me my next precept, Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 14 verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
So our oppressor is fallen. And it says cut to the ground. That's a low condition. That's hell. We're in hell right now, but guess what? He's going to be there. I pray that you understand. He's getting there right now. He's just about there. And it says, which did weakest the nations. So this oppressor has been doing what he's been doing since the beginning of time. I mean, for a long time. He's been ruling for a long time. But guess what? Jacob got next. Jacob got next. How art thou fallen from heaven? Heaven is rulership. Heaven is a condition, just like hell is a condition. And it says that the son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground? So he's about to be in hell. He's about to be in hell. So our time is now. So we advise our people to contact us, leave a message in the chat, and we'll find out what zone you are and get you connected with the camp leaders and get you in school. Get you in class, and learn how to keep these laws and these statutes and these commandments and put in this work. Because faith without works is dead. You can't just talk about being an Israelite and not put in the work. Everybody's required to do something. Pay your tithes. Help us in this truth. Help us push this truth. I know we got some sisters out there that can cook. We going to camp or whatever. We need sisters to cook and bring us food and to support the priests. Get a prophet's reward. There's a such thing as a prophet's reward. So, which goes to my next precept, Book of Revelations, chapter 2. Chapter 2 and verse 9.
Come. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
The Most High says we are rich. There are some people that are in our land that are saying that they are the Jews. They are saying that they're God's chosen people. They're in Israel right now, and they're committing genocide against the Palestinians. Why? Because they said they're God's people, and all of that land belongs to them, and God is on their side. But the Bible speaks about the children of Israel. If the children of Israel was in their land, it'd be peace. Ain't nowhere in hell they are the children of Israel. I think the Egyptian president said the Israelites left black and came back white, but are the synagogue of Satan. That's who they follow. That's who gives them their power, their might. Satan. Give me Book of Joel.
Oh, it's like, yo, off the mic. You mind picking it up, Uncle Shaw? I just step away for a moment.
Come on, that's what I can read if Officer Tamaki is not available until you get back. It's Book of Joel, chapter.
Where you at?
Let me see. Salakia. Joel. Let me see.
I was trying to set up this app for my slave. I know you was on Revelations 2 and 9.
Yeah, I was on Revelation. I'm going to jump to another precept. 1 second. Give me Zechariah 1 and 15.
All right. It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 1, verse 15. And I am very sore pleased with the heathen that are at ease.
Block out, I'm displeased.
Oh, Salagi, good night. Let me reread that. Verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
So they helped forward our affliction. Hurricane Katrina came. What did they do? They helped forward our affliction. Jim Crow, what did they do? They helped forward our affliction. When we go to camp and we speak and preach God's word, and we tell our people to quit sin, what do? They forward our affliction. They come against us to persecute us. We work our slaveries or whatever and try to take off work to go do God's will. They forward our affliction. Let me jump into the next video. So like, yeah. Let me see, share screen. Hurricane. Let's see.
For them not to give you food and water because you're black on the roof, man, that's a hard pill to swallow. The helicopter will fly over us and read the little thing and fly up. They're like, oh, they come and get us. But then they flew over me for a couple of days reading my sign on the roof and they wasn't trying to do anything. But I saw them rescue all the white people at the building behind the American camp. I said, man, hopefully I'm not right, but let's get all the black people off the roof. All the white people in the wheelchairs on the top of the roof. I said, I hope I'm not right. 15 minutes later, gave me whatever I need. 15 minutes. I said, man, I got 60 elderly right now. If we don't get them out here, it's gonna be a morgue in here. So they lifted off the roof. The people who were able to walk around or whatever, I shuttled them to the bayou where the helicopters were picking people up. I didn't do it by myself. I had 12 people that helped me get all this together. And I didn't know I was gonna have to organize this rescue and make it happen. But I wound up evacuating and helping 244 people get rescued out the American camp.
John Kell, I can't say enough about that brother. He could do it all.
Come on. Can I get that again? Zechariah 1 and 15.
All right. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 1, verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but little displeased, and they helped forth the affliction.
So they helped forward our affliction. You seen the video. He had to trick them to come and get them. They was leaving them there. I mean, they were just doing their own thing. They weren't trying to save blacks. They were saving their own kind, but they weren't trying to save blacks. They were only there to persecute them. That's it. You got to realize that, you know, they were paid a lot of money to go and give aid and to rebuild and to fix everything. They had some private paid people, but also too some people did charity work, but like the military and the policemen and all that, they were getting paid. It wasn't like they was doing it for free. And still what they do, persecute the children of Israel. That's what Esau does. That's his MO. I'm gonna repeat. Let me jump back to Thessalonians. Let me get a little bit more meat off that bone. Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3.
Give me 1 second. All right. It's the letter of Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. For our exhortation was not deceit.
Salaki. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3.
Oh, 2 Thessalonians, my bad.
Yeah, that's right. Priest.
It's the letter of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
So, what more do we have to see? What more do we have to hear tonight? Because I revealed that man of sin. The man of sin. I revealed him tonight. The son of perdition. I revealed this man tonight. He hates your guts, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, woman, and child. And he's been persecuting you since the beginning of time. What more do you need to hear and see? To see this man for who he really is. You can't love this man. We need to come together as a nation of people. Zechariah 2:1. Love your own. You can't love your oppressor and love your own. You can't love both. They love their own. Why can't we love our own? But if you're a Christian, you're gonna try to love everybody. Because that's what you're taught. When you think Christ is white, and that's why you forgive your oppressors and you love your oppressors, because you got that white image of Christ in your mind. Yeah, Christianity is a hell of a drug. Give me my next precept, Zephaniah. Zephaniah 1 and Zephaniah 1 and 4.
Zephaniah, you said what?
Zephaniah 1 and 4.
Oh, 1 and 4. That's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 4. I will also stretch out my hand unto Judah and unto all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and I will cut off the remnant of Baal from his place, and the name of the Chemarenes with the priests.
So right now, we're not in the land right now. The Israelis are in the land right now, serving their gods. So we don't have to go over there and try to make war with them, because what did the scripture just says? I will also stretch out my hand into Judah and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem. We're not in the land right now, so we don't have to worry about. All we got to do is keep the laws and the statutes and the commandments, because they're serving other gods. They're not our people. They're not serving our God, and the Most High is gonna Send Christ. Christ is going to come back, and he's going to clear out the land. Everybody's going into chains. Everybody. They're going to be in hell, and we're going to rule. Thus says the Lord.
That's right.
Let me see. Let me see. So they were put in that land in 1948, and America gives them like $3.8 billion. They're supposed to give them that money up until 2028. It's supposed to stop sometime, something like that. But they got all kind of dirt on America now with the Epstein files, and they got audio and video. So yeah, America is going to continue to bow down to Israel. So yeah, they're going to continue to give money. Give me Ezekiel 7:22.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, verse 22. My face will I turn also from them. Oh, like it. Hey, you there, Officer Zakari?
Colonel Khan.
Can you pick it up?
Colonel Khan, sir. Yo, where we at?
Ezekiel 7:22.
Colonel Khan, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, verse 22. My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place, for the robbers shall enter into it and defile it.
So if you living in sin, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, the Most High is going to turn his face. So if he's turning his face from you, that means you're not protected. But if you're in this truth and you're keeping the laws and the statutes and the commandments, you've killed that old man, you've killed that old woman, you're protected. But if you're living in sin and you want to love America and you want to be a Christian, these things are going to happen. The Most High is going to show you that these people don't love you. These people are against you. They hate your guts. And, you know, that's why you should come in this truth. To serve your God the right way, to love your people the right way, because you don't know how to love your people. Christians only care about themselves. They're very selfish. They only care about themselves, and they got a personal racial relationship with God, and they don't care about nothing else. That's Christianity. I'll read that again. Give me a little bit more so I can get a little bit more meat off that bone. Ezekiel 7:22.
Colonel Khan, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, verse 22. My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place. For the robbers shall enter into it and defile it.
Our land over there is defiled. They have they probably have the biggest LGBTQ XYZ parades in the world. But they supposed to be us. They supposed to be the children of Israel. So yeah, I mean the land is polluted. Yeah, the land is polluted. I mean, this is a true book. This is a living book. This is a living word, because that is happening right now. And every year they have that big old parade, but they're supposed to be the children of Israel, selling pork, eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. Yeah. Let me see. Give me where I'm on. Give me Revelations 20:4.
Colonel Khan, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads, on their hands, and they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years.
So we have some people that died in the truth. They were asked to eat pork. They were asked to do the foul things, and they refused. So they're gonna have a mighty reward. And he says, "I saw thrones, and they sat on them, and the judgment was given unto them. I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus and for the word of God." And before it's all said and done, a lot of us priests in the RHBK may suffer the same fate because we don't fear death. Why? Because we know that we will come back. So that's why they fear us, because we have no fear of death. We don't care about death. All we care about is this truth, pushing this word so this kingdom can fall. That's all we care about. Nothing else. And which had not worshipped the beast nor his image. We're not Christians. We're not celebrating birthdays. We're not celebrating holidays. We're not doing any of that stuff. We have separated ourselves from the world. All we care about is brotherhood, sisterhood, loving our people, keeping these laws and these statutes and these commandments and pushing this truth. That is our life. That is the life of a priest. That's what we do. Let me see. Give me Revelations 2 and 10.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
So that's why we don't fear, because our King says, don't fear. Some of us may be cast into prison. Some of us might lose our job, lose our life, lose our families, our wives, and our families, because our first wife is this truth. And Satan has many devices to try to get us to leave this truth. When I got into the truth, I lost mine. I had to make a choice. Is it this truth, or is it going to be the Most High? Is it going to be your people? You choose. This woman or this truth? So we all have to pick and choose if we want to continue this truth, how we want to worship, how we want to preach, how we want to teach, how we want to be and set an example for others. We have to lead by example into others. It's one thing to say that you're in the truth and you preach and you teach the truth, but for people to see you who you were and who you are now, that'll make you believe out anybody. Because all they're gonna be looking for is, he's gonna mess up, she's gonna mess up. They're gonna go back to that old same person. They're gonna start back drinking. They're gonna start back going to the clubs. They're gonna start back smoking weed. They're gonna start back selling drugs and doing all these crazy things. But that's how you have to lead, by example. Next precept. Give me a book of Ecclesiastes 12 and 10.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 10. The preacher sought to find out acceptable words, and that which was written was upright, even words of truth.
So right there it says the preacher sought to find out acceptable words, and that which was written was upright, even words of truth. We don't care about what we say and how we say it. We're going to speak this truth. We're going to tell our people to stop sinning, to change their lives. That's what we're going to do. like the priests of the old. But Christian pastors are going to do what? They're going to tell you smooth things. They're going to sugarcoat it. They're going to water it down. Oh, brother and sister, you shouldn't live like that. And, God loves everybody. God knows your heart. Just try to do better, Pay your tithes and your offerings and you're good. But, this is, again, not the damn Christian church. Give me verse 11.
Verse 11. The words of the wise are as golds, and as nails fastened by the masters of assemblies, which are given from one shepherd.
Which are given from one shepherd. So what does a shepherd do? A shepherd is somebody that protects the flock. A shepherd has a staff, protects the sheep from invaders. Make sure they get from point A to point B. Make sure that they eat. Make sure that they have all the things that they need in order to survive. That's what a shepherd does. So we all want to be a good shepherd and take care of our flock until Christ gets back. And he's going to do the rest. So we all are shepherds in this truth, and we're supposed to protect this flock, not tell them smooth things and soft things like the Christian pastor. Let me see. Let me jump to the book of Numbers, chapter 24, and verse 24 and verse 20.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable.
He looked on who?
Amalek.
Those are the so-called Jews that are in our land today. Read.
He took up his parable and said Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perished. He perish forever.
So Amalek is going to give what's coming to them. They're pretending to be our people. They are in our land, and they are blaspheming the name of the Most High. They are saying they're the children of Israel. They don't even know what tribe they are. I think one of them said,
Sluggy, you still there?
yeah, I don't know. A video started playing, so I had to go in there and I don't know. I had paused it. So
it's all good.
So what was I at? Salakia. So I was talking about Amalek. I was talking about Numbers 24 and 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up the parable and said, Amalek the first of the nations, but his later end shall be he perish forever. So Amalek got judgment coming for what they did. We was traveling through their land, and they came up behind the young and the old. They slaughtered a lot of our people, and the Most High has not forgotten about that. So Amalek does have his judgment coming. Salakia. Let Let me see. Give me Romans. Romans 8:19.
Kind of account this book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God.
Verse 20.
For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope.
Verse 21.
Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God.
Verse 22.
For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now.
So we have to, let me see. Let me get a bit, where am I? Let me get a little bit more of that. Let's see. Jump down to start at 17.
Verse 17. And if children then be heirs, heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together.
18.
For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
So again, we have to stay in this truth, and we're gonna suffer in this truth. Christ suffered while he was here in this truth. So we're gonna have to suffer. Christians don't want to suffer. Our brothers in the ISUPK, the priests and the prophets, we don't mind going through it because we know that there's a greater reward when our King returns. So right now we're fishers of men, and when Christ comes back, we're gonna be hunters. So, but I hope this Thursday night scripture breakdown was edification. Any questions in the chat?
Elijah.
Okay, that's fine. Any comments? If not, we can get the announcements.
Slash, you want to go ahead and get them?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and get the announcements.
These ISUPK security announcements. We got an ISUPK started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off the limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment found in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Get a treasury department or teacher, priest fund, food offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like, upon holy convocations. The next high holy day is a memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. It is the first day of the 7th month, Sunday, September 21st, 2025. This can be found in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 to 25. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and or a scarf. And with that, I pass the class back to Priest and Officer 50, Yaganah Ban Yahweh.
Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Shalom, Yahweh Thon Shem Yahushua to the sisters.
Shalom, Yahweh.
Yes, about double.
Shalom to my brothers. This is the end of Thursday night scripture breakdown. RGV. Shalom.